Hey everybody, welcome back to Age of Bison. We are here with another casted game. It's gonna be me, Madonna, and my friend Platypus here again. Hey Plat.
Hey, how's it going?
So we have an interesting matchup, a classic one. It's gonna be the Portuguese versus the French on Florida. Florida is such an interesting map because you have the starting market, which I would feel like benefits both of these civs really nice. But, you know, the meta these days is for Portuguese to go 10-10, so we might not see him use the market. What do you think?
Yeah, it's tricky. So I'm old school ports, which is why I'm in modern times.
Yeah,
With
you're
ports,
out of touch is another way to say it.
exactly washed without ever being clean. In all seriousness, this is a fantastic map for Portugal. This matchup is a bit tricky traditionally for ports. I like to go water. I like to do semi-FFs. This is a map that Portugal can do that, but like you said, the meta now is to go 10-10, so that way Portugal can get these amazing H3 shipments out, not suffer tempo. That being said, France, on the other hand, loves a market, right? So
Yeah.
I don't know how much advantage
He
Captain
already
Mazin
has
will
hunting
take.
dogs down.
Nice. Okay. So he's going right to it, and I think that's an excellent idea.
Or wait.
We?
Yeah, should be, right? I don't... Yeah,
Look at his
yeah.
market. Okay.
Okay, sorry, yeah.
We can just look at the gather rate of the
Yeah,
bills.
I just don't remember the gather rates for the CDBs. That's the problem.
Yeah.
I think that's the hunting dogs then.
We're just going to assume. It's the hunting dogs.
This is the
Captain
level
Mazin, correct
of
us.
play we have in Age of Bison here.
Exactly. Pro casting, pro leverage. Okay, first off, let's just start off with the deck name. Awesome. I'll attack.
It certainly fits. But this looks like a FF build to me. No extra crates if he's getting stuck in H2. So that might be a problem. But, I mean, you're facing ports. You're not going to be staying in H2 for very long.
No.
Let's
Not
see.
the modern day ports.
Oh god, what is this? Engineering school? Okay, oh, he might be an old school player too with the spice trade going in. We'll see if he uses that.
Gustavo, if you're out there, I love the spice trade semi. Man after my own heart, but I'll be the first to admit, I think that if you're going to go with the engineering school, you should add in the H4 card so you can have the drive-by organ guns.
The what?
Drive-by organ guns, dude. They are gnarly. But this looks great. I mean, this is a guy who wants to go to H3 as fast as he can, and then from there, boom, use his cards and his economic advantage to overwhelm his opponent. Now, I am kind of sad that no one's going water, but it is my understanding that many modern DE players, they're scared of water. It's cold, it's wet, and it doesn't give them huge unit pops, and so they tend to avoid water. And it's definitely something, even France should look into, I think, more often. But so far, both these players are showing a decent level of competence here. Their openings are pretty standard. I'm not seeing anything too crazy, and I'm really looking forward to how they are going to play into each other.
I'm expecting hunting dogs here from ports. And then he's just... No? Okay, another house. Anyway, I saw France actually send Eco Fury, which is not something you see every day. So that's gonna make his eco really good, and it's gonna stack really well as well. Oh no! Oh.
Okay, first off, I know exactly what happened here, Captain, because I am actually guilty of it on this same map.
It's
You
the
just
muscle
sometimes
memory.
get...
Yeah.
Yep, in such a routine, especially a civ like France that basically has one opening in transition, right? Like,
yeah,
you're doing the same macro. I have done this on this map so many times. It's embarrassing.
Well, it's almost like a wall, you know, if you have two markets next to each other.
Hey, if there's any AoE2 chads in the chat, you know exactly what I'm talking about, right? Market wall.
Actually, we were actually mistaken. He didn't get hunting dogs in H1, so yeah. But Portuguese is up. He's actually sending 700 wood first. What do you think he's gonna do with that? Just infrastructure, or maybe go water?
Perhaps, you know, I don't think he's going water. I don't
Yeah,
want
me
to jinx
neither.
myself. What I would do though is he's got the 700 wood, is build some infrastructure like you set up, get some hunting upgrades. The FF will still go off, but this allows you to mass perhaps musketeers, hussar.
Yeah, you can train units while you age much easier. You're not gonna get house popped.
Correct.
So it might be like a safer FF.
Double racks.
I don't know, that's a church.
Oh, a church.
A double church? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. I almost wonder if it'd be worth, you know, maps like this too. Again, Florida does have the sheep, which can be fantastic for civs like Portugal that like to turtle, and you can ship 8 sheep and get a tremendous value if you like to sit in the corner in FI.
Oh yeah, that's true. He already has 6 sheep. That's huge. I don't think, unless France has eaten some, he only has 1.
Yeah, definitely. I think France was focused on other things, and you know, again, Captain Mazin, if you're watching this, using that scout that you start with to pick up livestock, at the very least, even just to deny it to your opponent, I think is a very good thing to remind yourself. But
something
takes time.
Something you will learn the more you play the maps is you learn the location of the livestock. So for example, there's always one in the corner here, or usually, and one up here, usually something here. So, but that's something you learn with time, and sometimes you simply forget. I like this, the preemptive greatcoats and blunderbuss, because I always forget to get these, and then I'm getting attacked, and I'm like, why are my CDBs dying? They should be tanky, and I haven't researched greatcoats.
Against Portugal with either the Caçador, which is fast, or the Goon that is fast, and of course Hussar options. It's kind of nice to be able to have your units. Ooh, a livestock pen. Let's go. Okay, Gustavo.
Dunamai is gonna be happy if he sees this game.
Exactly.
This is actually really smart. Since he has 6 of them, it's gonna be huge.
Right? Good job there, Gustavo. Take advantage of the map, and you know, it's been a pretty kind of passive game so far, but both of these civs are age 3 powerhouses, so I would imagine we're gonna see, like, in the next minute, they're going to gear up for some violence.
You know, I like the initiative of making a livestock pen, but I think he forgot to put the livestock on the livestock pen.
It happens. Happens to the best of us, Gustavo.
Yeah, A for effort.
Especially Portugal, like, it's such a micro-intensive civ. It's so easy for us normal people just to, like,
he's probably
get distracted
up here, though. That's why. Yeah.
Yep. Also, what did he age up with? Is that Exiled Prince, or is that, like,
the
Ethiopian Queen? Oh, nice.
I like that age up, actually. It's an interesting one.
Looks like Gustavo kind of experimenting around, playing a bit off meta. And again, you know, Portugal is a civ that's been around a long time, and you can get a lot of benefit by mixing things up to keep your opponent guessing what you're doing and not paying attention. But Captain Mazin, I'm going to guess he is aging up with the Exiled Prince.
No, he's actually aging up with the town center. Which is it's interesting. I've heard, or everybody is always telling me that for civs that have like unique villagers, like the French or the Russians with their batch training, you should always go for Exile Prince, because you want to make as many of your unique villas as possible, as fast as possible. So that's why the TC is not. I mean, it's a good age up, obviously, but it might not be the best for French.
It's true. Good forward town position there. The Shotai Warriors, again, cool units, but they are going to get cut down pretty fast by the Hussar. And, you know, I kind of like France going a second TC because, again, CDB are better than a normal villager. So if you have 2 town centers, you're able to catch up very fast.
For sure. And he also had, you know, he has the Eco Theory, and so all of his villagers are gonna be just better. Where did the second? Oh. Okay. It's a little bit late, that's fine. I would like to see this closer to an actual coin mine. It's a little bit... This is a pretty risky distance. Easy to get raided here. Okay, so he's sending Skirm and making Cuirassiers right away. This is something I like to do. I like making the early Cuirassiers. Because I feel like in low numbers, they are really, really strong. Once the Portuguese goon mass gets going, it's gonna be a lot harder for French to use his Cuirassiers successfully, in my opinion.
Correct. But, goons require a lot of micro, and the nice thing about cures is there's some beefy boys,
For sure.
Also, a second TP, I do like that. I really like Captain Mazin's, the way he's playing France, it's fairly standard. Again, perhaps a bit passive against Portugal because you're letting them boom without too much interference, but he's kind of booming himself, and he's making really good use of his resources. His macro is being utilized, I think, fairly clean, and I just want to give him kudos for really showing a lot of experience for this Civ. Again, I think so many people, when they hear about like low elo, they have kind of a disparaging view on things. But here, Captain Mazin, an above average elo player, showing an above average understanding of the Civ. And as soon as I say that, please don't walk your skirms into organs. Okay, good job.
Well,
Okay.
so since they recently nerfed the do I see a priest? I love this play. I love this play. Being able to heal your cannons after you take a big fight, it's absolutely massive. Like for 100, for 100 coin, you can literally save all of these cannons, hypothetically.
Yeah. And just in general, tank, you know what I mean? Because they don't really have tags, so they're pretty good meat shields, and they tend to go to the front of unit formations.
Right.
Really good. Again, both players here, they're showing that like their macro and their micro is not necessarily perfect, but they're showing a very good understanding of the game. And again, I've learned a lot casting these games just because you get to see stuff that a lot of pros or a lot of top level players just don't really have time for, right? Because their metas are just so cutthroat, right?
Yeah.
They don't often have time to explore things. Now, looking at this macro, though, I'm going to guess that Captain Mazin is either trying to age up or he's just finding
I think he's just house popped. That's the problem. When you're making so many Cuirassiers, it's really easy to get popped. But hopefully, I mean, he has the wood to fix this, so... Yeah, because he's double batching Cur. Oh, these poor villagers. Let's see what he has sent. Okay, so only the... Oh, he actually sent 1,000 wood. That's why he's floating wood. Interesting. It's a very eco-heavy build. This is kind of why I like the not that... When you're getting closer to mid-elo, you see a lot of, eco play that isn't just like semi-FF into Falc. Just very... It's a little bit boring sometimes to watch.
Or 20 layers of walls while you build 20 docks on the shoreline and boom like crazy.
Yeah. Okay, so we have a lot of idols. The sheep are fattened.
Portugal, is stacking a lot of res. I think he might be a little bit overwhelmed with the movements going up north.
Let's see.
Yeah, we've got a fight going on.
Oh.
That's what he's doing. He's trying not to have this happen. Oh, no.
Oh, no. Well, actually, this is pretty good trade though. Where's all the skirm?
The skirms got split. So, oh no, Mazin, and of course now his skirms focusing on the town center.
Yeah, but he's gonna clean this up though with the skirms. That's the problem. I wonder, did he send Minutemen? I don't think he did.
No, I don't know. His macro doesn't have enough food. He needs to buy food. Or wait, is he gonna send it now?
Yeah. Okay, so he can actually clean this up. That's good. Mazin managed to save most of his curse, which is really good. But he's gonna lose the skirm. Oh, and we have some preemptive culverins. Always a risky move, but it can literally be a game-winning move. Especially since you often see French coming in with 2 Falcs if they do a semi.
Yeah, this is really, good kudos to both players. I liked how Captain Mazin, he was a bit, I think, overwhelmed there for a second. Maybe he was fixing his macro, so his army got split. Portugal pounced on, even though they did lose the organs, right? I mean, those cuirassiers are so expensive. But at the very end, he was able to macro well, and Captain Mazin was able to save most of his army instead of throwing it away. So he also has 3 town centers now as France. So that means that if he starts booming with those CDB, Portugal's in trouble. There's just so much
For
better
sure.
units.
Ports is sending a fort right now. I wonder if he... Uh-oh, uh-oh. Oh.
Oh,
Oh,
Pain.
God.
So Portuguese mains, Gustavo, if you ever get this, I feel your pain, sir. I feel it in my soul.
Wow, that was like 5 vills at least.
Ooh, that's a lot of cuirassier though. So it's,
No, there's the goons mixed in here. So the Portuguese goons were mostly firing on the French goons, I think.
Ah, okay. So looks like now Portugal, a drag box, as I would probably not know or know. Slowing down the army there. This is looking really scary.
Oh my God! What just? We just got 6 organs on the field. Holy shit!
No, this is a big game changer right here.
Yeah, I don't know how, because France does not have any calls right now. Is he gonna get the fort down?
Dude, if that goes down, that's a whole shipment wasted.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, good job, Mazin. Looking at this though, Portugal's army is so much bigger, but you know what?
It's mostly
Dude, if
cannons though. That's the problem. He only has.
those cuirassier.
Oh, I don't know who's gonna win this.
Those skirms, what are they doing? What are they doing?
I don't know.
Attack move bug, maybe?
Stacking a shipment too. This looks like a wipe for ports, yeah. Wow, this game is really back and forth.
Yeah, it was, and there's a lot of investment in the town center, right? It's 500 wood down.
Even though he lost vills here, I think some vills over here too, he's on 55 vills right now.
Yes.
Which is pretty good. French has 40 vills, so it's... I guess it's about equal, maybe slightly worse.
It's equitable enough.
He needs to get calls to deal with this. Or
I think so.
just more cab, but the problem is all the goons.
Yeah, I respect though the determination there to be like, no, I'm just gonna make more care.
Yeah.
Ooh, and matter of fact too.
Yeah, look.
Are they gonna connect?
Yeah. There's no goons. There's only 9 goons.
Now the skirm's coming up. Oh, of course, choosing to fire on the guy behind them. Wow, though, all those organs go down. And the thing is, goons are a great anti-cav unit, but they are a bit squishy. And cuirassier and melee are no joke.
They're not great
still
for
though,
body blocking cuirassiers. Like,
no.
you need helps or something. Which he did have, but they did not arrive in time. So that was... Okay, so we just saw 2 huge swings in the game. Who do you think is in the lead right now?
I would say Portugal, just because it's got the 3 town center boom consistently. It could be tricky. And look, wow. Okay, Portugal now going heavy on the halberdier and organ. I think halb organ is a comp that you wanted to have out earlier. I think at this point, it's just not going to be as effective, in my opinion. Especially, does he have constable in the deck, or has he sent constable?
He does, but he hasn't sent it.
Okay.
I don't like this shipment of the 9 Musk. Feels pretty bad. Send an H3, because you're almost never gonna go veteran Musk, right, with ports, unless you have like a specific strategy for it.
So, if Crab God ever listens, there's the infamous Crab Cop that they like to call it. And you know what? Let me tell you. Portugal's units are so strong that in the late game, you can just out DPS people with Royal Guard Muscoon. I know it's not an optimal comp, but you can just be like Lamau, 99 Vills, Royal Guard.
Yes, I do know they have the Royal Guard, but I'm just saying, like, in H3, you're sending a 9 Musketeer shipment that is for H2 Musk.
Into skirms and goons,
Yeah.
so... perhaps of not the best or most optimal cards, but you know what? So far, Gustavo is up. He does have a bit of a lead, and we're just going to let this man cook. You know, Madison doing a great job to be aggressive, keep poking, not give up. I mean, the scores definitely Portugal favored, but, you know, France has the best late games in the entire Age of Empires 3, so perhaps he's just going to try to find a way to time it out. Look, just like that, the score's now getting a bit closer.
Oh, wow. Okay, wait. Yeah, just jumped again, but I think he's actually made more sheep. Maybe. I don't know. But that's a good move. If you have some extra food, just make like a couple of sheep. And you'll have 300 food in like 4 minutes.
Yeah.
Ports is kind of running out of shipments though. I guess the Constable card is really good if he's going Halberdiers. But other than that, all of his unit shipments have been used already.
Yeah, his Age 3 deck too, it doesn't have like gunpowder HP, so his Cassador are not going to be spectacular into French skirms.
For sure. I believe French has... Oh, we see cavalry combat. But he doesn't have the infantry attack one either. Nor the... Don't they have one in H2? Or is that only this one?
Well, they do have long-range infantry hit points in H2. That's the other card that you see in the deck.
So this is a very cav-focused deck, looks like.
Yes.
Oh yeah, we have this one, yeah.
Ooh, okay, so now the cav is, and we're probably about to see another engagement here. The Crossier Mass is up. Ooh, does he catch these vills?
Oh, not another vill raid.
Oh god. Look, all the vills are going to path right into it.
No. He's getting some nice catches on the curry here though, but is it enough? Look, he only has a couple of helps left. Only 5 left against like 7 cur.
Those organs too, they're not firing on the skirms, and oh
yeah.
Man. Gustavo, I think this was a messy fight for you, and you know, sometimes stuff just happens. Like, you kind of have to just let the game fight itself out. You go into position, kind of like history, right? And just like that, it's back to tied, and I would even say, even though the score is a little bit under, I would say France is now in the commanding seat.
For sure. I think what you have to be careful of when you... Oh, the remas is already here. But you have to be careful when you go so heavy on cannons. You absolutely have to make sure you have enough anti-cav to deal with anything like that, because you cannot afford... If you make 6 organs, you cannot afford to lose them like Portuguese did over here.
Yeah. This is
I like the outpost to protect the vills.
Well, and natural resources are starting to run out. Oh no!
Oh god. Yeah.
He got the vills, but yeah, the Portuguese army is just not big enough, you know. And this is a problem, right? Portugal units, while they do get good as the game goes on, especially with cards and aging, they are essentially still vanilla units, right? And so a goon is still a goon. Cassador is just a skirm, and yeah, he's now abandoning that forward town center, and oh god, here come the cure on those vills.
I mean, he's still on 70 vills, which is really high.
But Portugal's running out of natural res, and
yeah, for sure.
I don't think
he only has 1 coin mine that has 700 coin left.
Oh, he's got a hunt at the bottom. Is he thinking about a dock, Portugal player? So that would be Oh. Okay, I like it. Wow, yeah. 2 estates. Okay.
And he's refocusing. He's, you know, usually when you're at the point like this, your brain is firing on all cylinders, and you're, you know, kicking in another gear because you're realizing if you're not doing something different, you're gonna lose. We'll see if he doesn't have a lot of wood though, so yeah, we see the macro is getting, you know, it's getting tight.
And look how like now Captain Mazin scored. Like Captain Mazin's sticking to I think a cleaner game plan. And wow,
Oh,
just like that,
okay.
the GG
Yeah.
is
Makes
given
sense.
perhaps a little bit prematurely. I think Portugal could have tried to stall it out, but again I understand like the chances of France winning at this point are way higher. France has a large mass. They've got the full map.
Yep.
Their economy's been mainly untouched. They've got 50 vills, so they're going to start catching up with the Portugal 3 TCs pretty soon here. And Portugal has to not only remass, but they also have to invest into water and estates. Like that's just it's tough.
For sure, but that was an excellent game. I love these outposts like all over the map, even the houses. I thought these were a bit risky, but placing a house like this out on the map, it gives you line of sight. It might even block enemy raids a bit while you're trying to escape. It's really smart. And also, great play from Masson here where he realized he had the advantage. He can afford to be a little bit risky. Take the map, forward villagers. Just use that advantage while he has it. So yeah, really good game.
It was really impressive. First off, I know Captain Mazin, you've been playing a lot, and I think it showed off like you had a lot of comfort and experience in how you were playing. I'm sure in game it was not as confident, especially with some of those early fights and with the underscore lead. But you kept pressuring and pushing, and I think that's ultimately what won you this game. Even though definitely, if Gustavo watches this, you had a lot of ways to win this game, and you had a really good opening and a bit different than normal, but an efficient one. Both these players had efficient builds, and this is something I think I myself suffer from it. It's what keeps us mid-tier and lowers. We have good openers and we don't have good closers, and I think ultimately Gustavo had a really good idea of what he wanted to do. His micro wasn't perfect, but neither was Captain Mazin's. He just wasn't really able to close out his advantage, where Captain Mazin stuck to the classic French strategy of I'm going to skirm, goon, cure / heavy cav, and I'm just going to keep doing it. I'm going to keep mixing it up and trying to win the game through micro and engagement. So GG and well played to both players.
Yeah, I saw that. Unless I'm missing something, I only see one stable and one barracks. And when you have 70 vills, you need to have way more production buildings than that. Because I think that's why we saw that Portuguese always had the smaller army. He was always behind an army, even though he had the res.
Exactly, and that is a common thing in this matchup, right? Because the Portuguese kind of have to invest more in economy, but I think it was just well done.
Yeah.
And I want to give hats off to both players, and I would love if either of those players do end up watching it, give us your comments and your thoughts underneath, because, again, Mazin, you're asking for feedback when you posted this, and I'd say your feedback is you've got a pretty good foundation, mate. Just make sure that you're spending stuff, and sometimes cures are good against squishy civs like Portugal, but against a civ like Spain or Otto, you're probably better off often going Hussar. That would really be my major feedback.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, well, if Mazin or Gustavo or anybody else wants to share their replays with us, you can join the Age of Bison, or no, the Sun Bros Discord is where we're at.
Yes.
And you can just post your replay, tag us, or just talk in the chat, and we'll check it out. And that will be all for us. Remember to like and subscribe, and if you want to see more. And we will see you guys in the next one.